Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about the topic philosophy of TQM. TQM stands for Total Quality Management, right? So it is a topic which is covered under the subject Production and Operations Management. So what is TQM actually? Total Quality Management. First we have to understand the meaning of quality. Quality means the excellence. Whatever you have thought, and by keeping in mind that factors, you are buying something and the product is according to that specifications which you have thought, so we say that product is quality wise. For example, you are buying a Sensodyne toothpaste, and Sensodyne toothpaste is basically meant for sensitive tooth, for sensitivity in tooth, and you say that your sensitivity has gone and you have a healthy teeth now, so it means the product is of quality wise. And TQM stands for when it's a step by step process which is followed in the total quality management. Means right from buying of the raw material, right from buying the land, right from policy, right from your schedule, you're applying the flavor of quality in everywhere, in every aspect. This is called as total quality management. And we will discuss already in the earlier lectures of what is TQM, what are its principle. So today we will just discuss about the philosophy of TQM. So here you can see that in a circle, TQM is focused with the help of customer focus, continuous improvement, employee empowerment, product design, process management, and managing supplier quality. Right? So the first philosophy of the TQM say that it should be or it is customer focus. The goal should be to identify and to meet the customer needs. It is basically Japanese philosophy, right? But if we talk about the philosophy, it has come from America, but it is basically adopted by the Japan later on, basically popularized by the Japan, right? So what is customer focus? Means whatever you are manufacturing, whatever you are producing, must be according to customer needs, must be according to your customers. So the goal should be to identify. First you have to identify, first you have to see, first you have to realize what are the customer requirements, what are the customer needs, what is actually demanded by the market, what is actually demanded by the customers. So you have to produce, you have to focus over the customer every time. Then you have to manufacture a lot of market surveys, a lot of market programs are being done by the companies to know about what the customer demands actually, what are the needs, specifications, demand, habits, style, preferences of the customer, because nowadays whatever you are producing, it is for the customers. So we need to touch the ground of the customer, so we need to touch the area of the customer, so we need to specify their actual needs, their buying habits, their economic pocket size, so their preferences, their needs, style, preferences, even means you have to identify all these things while going for, you have to touch the quality aspect. So the next year is continuous improvement. It means it's a never ending process. Continuous improvement means you are continuously involved in this process. It is not a one shot process, it's a continuous, it is a never ending activity. You cannot say that once you have produced, you have manufactured, that's it, that's overall. No. So if you say that there is no need of improvement, it means you have touched that ground. So it's basically impossible. You uh, have to every time involved in this activity. It's a continuous improvement. Every time there is a need to improve, every time there is a capacity to improve in that. So it's a continuous improvement. Means continuously there is a requirement, continuously you have to improve that. And continuously why there is a need to improve? Because the customer is very dynamic, right? Secondly, there are many competitors are in a market. Third, not only customer is dynamic, there are many other external factors which are affecting your business, which are affecting your manufacturing operations, uh, the market, the technology, the supplier environment, the legal environment, the demography environment, the international environment, the global aspects, the political environment. There are many factors which are affecting your business. So there is a need, there is a capacity every time to improve your business. And basically, uh, the very much dynamism is there in the technology. Every time there is a need to give or to produce a new model in the market, you know, especially in automobile or in the electronics. You have to give a new model in the market, otherwise you will get fail in the market, right? Then here it is a four steps are to be followed in the continuous improvement. It's called as PDCA cycle. PDCA stand for plan, do, check, action. Plan means first you have to chart out a plan, a series of actions to be done, right? Then do means directly you have to involve in that. You have to see whether it is being done or not. You have to check accordingly. You have to assess that. You have to maintain. You have to monitor that. Either it is being done according to your plan, your actions are according to with that or not. Then act. Act means if there are any flaws, if there are any problems, then you have to act accordingly and you have to remove that flaws or that problems in the very first manner, right? And moreover, in this PDCA cycle, you have to follow a benchmark. A benchmark means it should be a company, it should be a process. Like if I say that I have to build Tata, I have to compete with the Tata. No. So while competing with the Tata, I have to make a company with the benchmark. A benchmark company should be there with whom you can compare, with whom you can follow all the activities. Like if I say, if I have to compete Tata, so I have to follow Tata first. Like if we say the Tata is the leader, is it is the irony in the market. So we have to follow the process, the the plan, the checking action, the act which is followed by the Tata. We have to follow first. Then we can compete. It's not possible in the overnight I can say that I want to compete with the Data. I cannot compete with the Data because first I should follow the benchmark of the Tata. A benchmark is the company with whom you compare, with whom you follow your every activity with that company, right? So next one is employee empowerment. Empowerment means when you are giving some power to the employees to think over, to give suggestions to you. So employees are expected, to seek out, identify, and to correct the quality problem because they are directly concerned with the manufacturing. So employee empowerment means you are giving some point of power or you are giving a power to your employees so that they can think, they can give you suggestions, they can they are directly involved with the manufacturing operations. So I think they have the better understanding of the reasons, problems, and they can suggest you also. So the next is product design. This is the most important factor which is followed by all the companies nowadays to attract the customer. So it's the basic point nowadays followed for differentiating and for attracting the customer. Designing is must when you are going for window shopping, when you are roaming here and there in the mall. How you are attracted? You are basically attracted by the design of the product. Suppose you have to buy a simple jar. So what most factor you are attracted by? No doubt, the design, the color, the designing of the product, the color of the product, right? So products need to be designed basically to meet the customer expectations, customer demand, customer need. Like, okay. So next is process management. Process management means ultimately you have to produce that. So it is very much required. You have to manage the process also. You have to manage the people, you have to manage the equipments, you have to manage the machinery also. So quality should be built into the process. Source of quality problems should be identified and corrected. Means you have to follow a systematized process, you have to follow a, you know, you have to build a teamwork kind of system. So process means a particular know-how, a particular practicization, a particular manner, a particular system is to be followed, right? So next one is managing supplier quality. Means quality concept must extend to a company supplier. When we talk about the product is of quality wise, so it's not only necessary that the manufacturing operations are good. It's not only necessary that machineries are good. It's not only necessary that people are good, the person who are directly involved means employees are good. It means the raw material which you have bought from the supplier, it's of quality wise, right? If the raw material is of quality wise, then every activity which is being done earlier or in later on with the chain, everything will be fine, right? So managing the supplier quality is equally important. So that's all for the today's lecture, students.